Did you come out of the game fairly healthy?
We'll see how we go. It's a short week. We got to figure that out. Got some guys got banged a little bit, but nobody's out of the game at this point.
Pete, Greedy Vance, Tristan McCullum, and Darren Porter all got on the field yesterday. Based on your film review, how did the youngsters come out of that?
They did all right. You saw Darren got probably tested more than anybody. He had a couple balls thrown on him, but he played well all in all, and tackled pretty well. Had a couple good hits. Everybody kind of shared the misses yesterday. Greedy hung on. He had one big route that got on that he had a chance to stop. Tristan played all right too.
Pete, at Kansas City, when there was a 80% pass to run early, you had mentioned the game got away. That obviously is why that happened. But yesterday, early in the second half, it was 21 passes to 8 rushes by Ashton. Does that concern you, or is it much to do about nothing?
No, that doesn't concern me. We in the first half we scored 6 points. And in the second half we did pretty well moving the football. So we always want balance, to some degree, but the balance will come when at the end of the game you get 10 runs in the fourth quarter. We didn't get that done.
Pete, you guys used 12 personnel quite a bit yesterday. Now with Browers fully healthy, do you hope to continue to see that usage of 12 personnel moving forward?
Yeah, that's where we started the season too. We were thinking that we were going to be lead to that because we like Mike on the field at the same time Brock's out there, and all of the flexibility that gives us. I mean, I don't think it could be more obvious how valuable Brock was to us yesterday, and how he was in the first game too. And then we hit the stretch where he was trying to recover, get back out there. So, yeah, that's something it's best for us to mess in and out of the 12 personnel. Yeah.
Pete, second half, including overtime, Gino was 15 or 19, 3 touchdowns, was distributing the ball. Did it kind of just, not that it dawned on him that of the weapons that he has, but he just kind of fell into that point guard, get the ball out to the playmakers, let them do their.
That's the way we have anticipated playing, and again we were just not on the same track for a good part of this season here. Really Brock is an integral part of it, and it seems like everybody gets a little more open when he's out there. So we know that Gino can throw like that and can perform like that, and kind of what we've been counting on. So unfortunately, it hasn't been as consistent as we needed it to be.
Coach, it's been another week where you see Ashton Jennings making these plays in open space, making guys miss. How much of an emphasis is it for you and Chip to continue to put him in those situations?
We just have to keep getting the ball out there. We had him out a lot and the ball went downfield and all that. It is part of our thinking. Yeah, it's not something we need to all of a sudden realize. He needs to get the ball out on the edge. He's difficult as can be to get down. Big plays are just waiting to happen. So we certainly want to do that more.
On the play where Trayvon Walker got ejected from Jacksonville, you guys also had a penalty. I think it was on Stone Forsythe. Did the referees explain at all what he did?
Yeah, they did. They said that I think he kind of lifted the guy's leg up in the air, kind of aggressively, and so that's what precipitated the retaliation on the other side of it. So they thought that was a foul, and the other one was an ejectable foul. Did I say that right? Ejectable foul?
Ejectable.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever said that.
What did you see on video of the tackling?
Oh, we did not tackle well. No, we for whatever reason, we came out of the week and just as across the board, we didn't tackle well. And a lot of it was guys leaving their feet too soon, and fundamentally, it's something we work on consistently, that we just, it was a surprise that we would be, it was that clear. We missed a big handful of tackles that we should make.
Do you think that's because they're just coming out of a bye week, Pete?
I think it's an excuse to say that.
Okay.
We as coaches got to get them right. We just got to make sure they're ready to go.
Pete, in your years going against Sean Payton back when you was in Seattle and he was in New Orleans, just what stood out to you what stood out to you as a coach, and what made him such a tough opponent to go against?
He's a really, really good football coach. I don't know where he considers his start, but all the way back to Parcells is where I know he was influenced a great deal. That he's always been a really well-schooled group that he coaches. They've always had a good attitude about running the football, been physical, and they're a downhill running team, don't mind working the perimeter, all of that. I think it's you think of all the years with Drew Brees, and you think of him as a passing guy, but they weren't when you played against them. They were always had a real good conscience about running the football. So he's got really good mix, and as we've seen for years, utilizes personnel in unique ways, that fits their style, their makeup, and so like there's nothing about his game that isn't on point. He's smart, it's aggressive, they're consistent. They take care of the football. They've been doing that for a long time. That's what's made him consistently successful, I think.
Pete, last night you were talking about the trade deadline, that you guys are always competing and looking for ways to maybe help. Do you mean that just in terms of this year, or are you okay with maybe making a move that would maybe ding the present just a little bit in order to enhance the future?
No, I'm not thinking that way. That doesn't, it never comes to my mind at all. We're trying to get better ongoing right now and see what we can get done.
How different is the prep for this, like a Thursday game? How different is it for you guys, the process?
It is really, it's significantly different. We got to cover this game that we just played and get all that done, which is a Monday, and then there's a Tuesday break, and then Wednesday the game plan starts. Well, this is a Monday, Wednesday is what this is. So and then each day is just accelerated. So it's equally the same for both teams, and it's a challenge. Everybody's got to work quickly. We got to be really efficient, and we need to get out of these other kinds of meetings as soon as we can, to keep us going. But this is the Thursday challenge that you have, and it's better when both teams come off a Sunday game, to help even it up.
You guys good?
Thank you.
Thank you.